Alright, this tutorial we are going to build an AR application. So you need to install 3 different packages. Go to Package Manager and make sure you install AR Foundation, AR Core XR plugin, AR Kit XR plugin. In my case, I'm using the version of 3.1.3. Alright, then I'm going to my scene. I'm going to delete my main camera and create XR AR Session Origin, XR AR Session, XR AR Default Point Cloud, XR AR Default Plane. This default point cloud is kind of optional, but it's very useful, so you can just follow along. So in AR Session Origin, we are going to add a AR Plane Manager, AR Point Cloud Manager, and plug this Point Cloud to Point Cloud Manager, Plane to Plane Manager. And we are going to import 2 different scripts, which is in this folder called AR Setup, AR Tap to Place Object, and Toggle AR. So firstly, we are going to import this one. Let's make a folder called Scripts. Let's just go ahead and have both of these here. The first one we need is AR Tap to Place. We're just going to use this AR Session Origin and add this to this and you notice that this AR Raycase Manager is created by automatically, and we need a game object to place wherever we tap in the future. So we are going to create a models folder, and I'm going to bring my OBJ file. You can use this one as well as a reference. So house MOBJ, and I want to make sure that this is not too big when I deploy it in AR. So I want to make it around 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter big. So in order to do that, I'm going to place it in the scene, reset. I'm going to delete this later, but I'm going to create a cube that is next to my house, and that is 0.2, 0.2, 0.2 size, because 1 meter in Unity is 1 unit in Unity is 1 meter in reality. That's why 0.2 is going to be 20 centimeter. So I'm going to scale my house around that size. So probably everybody have different size building, so it's up to you how much you scale it. So in my case, it needs to be scaled down around this big. And I'm going to just compare with my geometry, my cube. So if these kind of icons are distracting, you can turn on and off by clicking on this. Alright, so I think this size is really good. So I'm going to delete this cube now because that was just a reference. And I'm going to just check my lighting so I have a little bit better built up white scene. Okay. So go back to the inspector. So this is going to be my prefab, but in the future you can have more geometries in one prefab. So I want to create a parent. So I'm going to call this content parent and put this house underneath it, and I will make this one into a prefab. So this house is going to be kept in original scale, and this is going to be copied in the future whenever you tap or whatever you want to do with AR scene. Alright, so I can delete this from the scene, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to so in AR I want wherever I tap, I want this prefab to be copied on that position. So in order to do that, this will be handy. So you can, if you're curious, you can read through the code. It's not that long. You have to hook your content parent to this game object instance. Alright, and you are pretty much ready to deploy things. Okay. Alright, so play. So on the play you won't see anything, but we don't have any error, then we are good to go. So we are going to build this on our phone. So go to your Android or iOS setting. Firstly, I'm going to switch platform. Alright, and I'm going to player setting. I need to change the name to something unique. And delete the Vulkan. And untick the multi-threaded render. Change this to 24. Net 4. And that's it. We are ready to build. I have my phone connected. So now I have my phone connected to my PC. And I'm going to build. And make a folder called build. And for now, AR tutorial 1. I forgot to do one thing. I didn't add the scene here. So we need to save this scene and add the scene here. So this build only builds the scene that you selected. So you can have multiple scenes. Alright, we are going to build it again. Now it's launching on my phone. Allow. So I can see my scene and there is a plane generated. And I can tap and place my geometry. Now we can add a little bit of upgrade. For example, we might want to toggle the visibility of the plane and the point cloud. So how do we do that? We are going to make a toggle button. So this toggle button is created here. Press F and show this gizmo again. So we are going to create a toggle button on the left corner, top left corner, around 200 and 200 size. To move this down a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to also scale this to fit this, scale the background to fit the size of the toggle. So you can do it by selecting this background and press Alt and go to this stretch. So you can stretch the geometry to the higher hierarchy. So we're going to do that again for the check mark as well. So click on this one, press Alt and stretch. Alright. And for the label, we don't need this, so we are going to delete it. You can keep it, of course, but we don't need it now. So for this one, what it does is, if you play the game, to check if what it does is to toggle on and off. Alright. So we are going to add a small function to this toggle. What we are going to do is we are going to add a script. This one is called toggle AR, and we are going to just drag this toggle AR to this toggle button, so you have this script underneath. So you need to hook up to a Plane Manager, Point Cloud Manager, which is already inside AR Session Origin. So we are going to connect these two here, and we need to add the event for the toggle to act on it. So add, drag this toggle AR here, and we are going to call a function that we wrote already inside that toggle, which is called onValueChange. So just click on it and you are done. So if you want to check it, play it, and if you see when it's unticked, if you see a false printed and true printed there, then it's working. Alright, so now we should be able to toggle the display. So let's build and run. Let's have a look at our phone. Alright, so now it's launched. So it's reading the environment. So it created the plane. I can click on it. I can now toggle on and off. That's pretty handy. Alright, now instead of placing wherever, I want to place it more precisely using an image tracker. So the image I'm going to use is a specific one that I have already printed, but you can use this one or any other image that you want. The one I'm going to use is this one. It's just because I have this QR code to have it printed. So I'm going to make a images folder. Have this image and change the text type to sprite and apply. And right click, create a XR reference image library, add image, drag this QR code there, and specify the size. And I'm going to specify that to 0.2. Okay. Now what you need to do is from AR Session Origin, we need to add a AR Tracked Image Manager. And for this, we are going to place this reference library. And you have to make sure this number is bigger than 1, or it has to be. Now we are using one image, so you just need to make it 1. And the prefab, we are going to specify our house content parent prefab. So go back and put this up. Also, because we are going to place with image manager, so we don't need this tap and place. So we are going to turn this off. Okay, just to play and check if this is working and no error. Okay, this is toggling, and there should be we should be able to see a geometry generated wherever we place an image. So we are going to build this now. Okay, now this is automatically launching. So alright, so it's working pretty well. So it also generated the plane. Generate the plane. Even if I tap down there, it doesn't create anything. I can toggle on and off. If I move this image to somewhere, so it follows the image tracker. Alright, this is the end of this tutorial.